What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here with my good friend Laszlo, who is calling in from Budapest, right? Well,
Yeah, that's
thanks for
correct.
being here, my friend.
Hey, Jesse.
Thanks for having the call. I'm excited to have a little chat with you today.
Thanks you too. Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Yeah, for sure. So we've been working together for quite some time right now. But for the people who obviously do not know who you are and what you help people with, could you briefly share who you are and what you do with your business?
Of course. So my name is Laszlo. I'm a full stack software developer for like about 15 years for now, and I recently started my online business, which is where I help other software engineers to basically find their dream job. And I have a lot of interviewer experience, so in hiring. So I help developers to prepare for these interviews, refine their CVs, LinkedIn profile, and everything, and give them the help in everything they need to in order to land these new roles.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So, like I said at the beginning, I think we worked together for like 4 or 5 months right now already. Like time definitely
Yeah.
moves fast. But what made you initially decide to join the program?
Yeah, so basically, I think I were able to, gather a lot of information from online because I think information is out there. It's just really hard to find the right information, what I should focus on, what I should not focus on. So after a while, I just felt like overwhelmed with too much information and felt like stuck where to what to work on, what to ignore, So I thought I would reach out to someone who can really help me, like what are the exact steps I would need to do in order to succeed.
Gotcha. So having more of like a blueprint or like a game plan.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is my personal preference. Like I don't really like online courses because I either buy them and never watch them,
Mhm.
or either buy them and give up on them after a few hours or few days. And then all the information is just overloads my brain, and then I usually just give up or forget. So I needed something that is more like done for you, done with you, either one-on-one or something like that in a similar setup program.
Gotcha. So the moment I would say, let's say just before we started working together, what were some of the challenges or frustrations that you were facing whilst growing your business?
So I think one of my biggest challenge was like how to find customers for my business. I think that's definitely the biggest one. I sometimes I wrote, because I mainly create content on LinkedIn. Sometimes I created the content that performed really well, and a lot of people started viewing my profile. They engaged with my content. They either commented or DM me, but some of my contents were like very performing very bad. Sorry. So
Mhm.
basically, the ratio was pretty bad. So I had very rare occasions when my posts were performing well, and there was a lot of time, most of the time, when my posts were don't performing well. So I could tell that there is an opportunity to get clients there, but I couldn't really see the exact steps, like how. So I think this was the biggest one. uh, and just some general things like I'm following a lot of content creator on LinkedIn, and I try to learn from them, but like I couldn't really crack the code, like how the algorithm works, what the current algorithm changes are, how to write a post, what makes a post successful and whatnot. So I think these are the two biggest one.
Nice. That's good. So just a minute ago, you mentioned the fact that you don't really like online courses because you either do not like use them or you kind of feel overwhelmed right there.
Yeah.
So what different experience did you have with the program that we run? Because like I said, it's been 4 or 5 months now, and you're still here, you're still executing, and I
Yeah.
would say the results are compounding. So I would say what's the biggest difference for you that kept you going?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So first of all, is like your program is like here's what you need to know, and here are a few examples why it works. Usually it builds on, it tries to solve like a problem, and then it gives me the solution, and then there's like kind of like a homework at the end, like, okay, that now you have to do the work. So it's not like watch another tutorial or watch the next session or watch the next video. It's more like, okay, here's a little bit of knowledge, now go and execute with it. And this was the perfect framework for me personally, because I could see results in just within a few days. Obviously, just some small things, but like I learned something, I implemented it, and I was able to test it out if it really works. I started to see results. Then I moved on to the next lesson or training, and this framework style was really successful. And I mean, for me, it was really, really good and really, really useful. I really liked it. And whenever I got stuck, when I'm watching a course online or a YouTube video, if I got stuck, I cannot really ask questions. I can obviously drop a comment, but like there is a very low chance that someone or the author will answer back. And it was really nice that I was able to reach out either to the other community members in your community or just directly to you and ask you questions. And then I would get like very specific, personalized feedback, which is very helpful. So I think these are the two biggest differences compared to just the general online course.
Nice. Yeah. I love that you say that, because that's exactly the reason, like how we structure like the program, and like we mentioned blueprint and system in the beginning of this chat a little bit. Is like we're now living in an era, of course, where information and knowledge is almost like obsolete. Like we have all the information we have at our fingertips. It's just, I would say, understanding what to do when and how to do it. And
Exactly.
I'm very happy that you mentioned that as one of the elements of you keep going and getting results, right? Instead of overwhelming you with information, it's like, hey, here you have all the information, go figure it out. Just like, okay, how can we just build gradually on that understanding? First do this step, then build on that, and we're all about building systems, right? Because you're a business owner and you're not like a full-time content creator. Like LinkedIn is just a vehicle for your marketing. We're not like wanting to spend all the time on LinkedIn or content creation.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Although I think I spend a little bit more time than I should on LinkedIn, because it's also, it can get very addictive because there's such a lot of value out there. But I mean, like, valuable information. But yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah, exactly right. Like giving you the blueprint. Like especially early days, you might think that everything might be, I would say, things to pursue. Where perhaps now, like 4 or 5 months in, you're like, okay, if I do these select daily inputs consistently, whilst looking at the macros of like, okay, what are, like, how is my offer performing, how's the profile performing, and making tweaks, but still focusing on the daily inputs, right? I think,
Exactly.
correct me if I'm wrong, then you start to see, okay, it's actually pretty simple.
Yeah, it's actually pretty simple. And what really helped me is like, because I've been seeing results out of this program. That also means like I can now, confidently ignore all the other information online. Like I'm no longer chasing YouTube videos or trends online or anything that I see like, oh, everyone does this, so I should jump on this new hype. Instead, I'm just focusing on the things that already work for me, and doing, just like you said, doing a little bit of tweaks here and there and trying to make it even better, uh, in small, very small steps. And this is a much better place to be than just trying to figure out, and like before this, I was like throwing things to the wall and see what sticks, and then if it sticks, it's nice, I'm happy. If it doesn't,
Yeah.
I'm just keep retrying. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's like a strategy based on hope, right? Because even if you have some spaghetti that sticks, you usually don't know why it's stuck.
Yeah,
So you
exactly.
can't reverse engineer it, and you can definitely not like reproduce it. So then
Yeah,
you go back to
exactly.
like throwing spaghetti.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been throwing spaghetti for a long time.
Yeah, I'm glad we got you out of it, because it's, of course, very mentally and physically exhausting. Plus, it takes up a lot of time and energy, of course. There.
And I think many people, including me, give up after a while, right? Because you can kind
Mm,
of, I wouldn't say I got burned out of it, but like after a while, if you put a lot of effort and time in something and don't see results, you obviously question if it's worth the time and effort, right? So I think I started LinkedIn about a year ago, and I mean content creation about a year ago, and I think I already gave up on it for like at least two or three times. Like I was like,
yeah.
okay, this is not working. I should spend my time on something else. But then I kept coming back because I had this gut feeling like I can see that it works for other people. I'm pretty sure I can figure out a way that it will work for me. So and eventually I did. So at least for some level. So I'm glad I kept trying.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm glad you kept trying because as a result, you did definitely book some great results already, right? Do you mind sharing a little bit more about the specific results you've achieved since working
Oh
together?
yeah, sure. So I think after I joined your program in within just a few weeks, so I think I landed maybe let's say in the first 3 or 4 weeks, I landed three new customers into my coaching program, and they were like four figures in terms of value. So that was a really big achievement. So that month in itself was the highest income for my business ever since I started. Of course, I just started like a few months ago, but still it was like, like a peak, and I was like, wow, this is really nice. So if you could do it for once, then you start to believe it that okay, this can actually work. So I just only need to figure out and keep going to make it work even better. So yeah, I'm very grateful for that, for you and for your program. It's really good.
Yeah, that's amazing, man, and I love hearing that. Like in terms of like signing the new clients, getting a good like payday out of that. What you said, like the biggest month in terms of revenue straight away. So yeah, that's just stuff that's amazing. And LinkedIn, like I said, is just a vehicle there. You're
Yeah,
just like
exactly,
figuring out,
exactly.
okay, what do you exactly need to do right now? And yeah, what stands out to me is that you say like, okay, I've quit a few times before, but you got told you like, hey, I do think this is the right
Yeah,
avenue to chase. You just needed to have some tweaks left and right.
yeah, exactly.
Amazing, man. Well, thanks for sharing that. What would you say like working together so far? How was it like for you, or how is it like for you?
You mean in general working with you?
Yeah, in terms of like how did the program or the coaching like support you so far?
Oh, it was. I think it's like very good. Like I mean, I'm trying to pick a better word because like very good is maybe not too much. So like it was excellent. Like literally, I could see results within just a few weeks, and I'm not trying to like brag about it, but like really it in terms of the framework, like I said, the structure was really something I was looking for. Maybe it would not work for others, but it worked really well for me.
Mhm.
And even with your even having one-on-one sessions with you, that was very helpful as well, when I could give you like very specific questions and you gave me like very specific personalized feedback. Those were like also very helpful. And also just adding here that your online community calls are also like very helpful. So even when you gave advice to someone else, I could benefit a lot from it. Like I could learn a lot. And even though I didn't really join too much calls, shame on me, but still the ones I joined, those were like, oh my god, I should join these calls more because it was just pure value. So yeah, so I think all in all, I'm really grateful for this, and I think it really works well. So yeah,
I love that, man. That's such great feedback and very much aligned with like how we want to support you guys as well. It's like sure there is some work done from your end, but at the same time, I very much believe that it's a partnership, right? Like
Yeah.
you're not being dropped in like a faceless like group with like, hey, figure it out. Like I personally hate that. So we built something that we can, okay, how can we still move people through at their own pace? Because you're a fast mover. Like sometimes I was like, hey, what is Laszlo doing? And then you come back, it's like, yeah, I closed 3 of these clients in the last 4 weeks. I'm like, that's amazing. And then of course, like that's all to contribute to the program. But at the same time, now then you join some of the live sessions, like, okay, here I can get some tweaks, or even in the one-to-ones that we had, because like you said, you already had some very specific challenges, like, hey, Jesse, I'm working to X, Y, and Z. And I think the previous session we had was like 30 minutes, right? And
Yeah.
you left with like, okay, I know exactly what to do next.
Yeah. Yeah. That was very helpful because, for example, I knew that lead magnets are very powerful, and you also share it in your program. But like, I had a lead magnet before, which I wasn't intended to write as a lead magnet, and it worked very well. It was just some post, some generic post, which that was my intention, but it ended up as a lead
Yeah.
magnet because I didn't really know on purpose fully, but like it ended up as a lead magnet, or performed as a lead magnet. And then when I wanted to create a lead magnet on purpose, it didn't work. So then I was standing there or sitting there and I was like, oh my God, so why this is working and why the other one doesn't? And then you give me exact feedback, like, here are some problems, review your hook, here's the content. You gave me very, very great advice. So that was very helpful. And I'm actually building a new one, probably going out tomorrow. So based on that feedback. So yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, and it's all about iteration, right? Like, I think the good part, and I would say in terms of the one-on-one calls, like you've done the heavy lifting, and then it's like, okay, we got some data, the good one, the bad one. Okay, let's tweak on that. And that's of course, I think, why the one-on-one sessions are so good, because
Yeah,
it's not like I give you information and then you have to think about how to implement it. It's more like, hey, you worked on a few things, I tweak it left, right, and center, test again, come back. Okay, now this is working. Okay, let's do more of this. Let's do less of this, but let's do more of that. And yeah, that's cool
yeah,
to hear
yeah,
that that's
exactly.
working for you.
Yeah, it has been working for very well, so for me. So yeah, I'm very, very grateful for that.
Nice, man. That's so good to hear. So, what would you say to someone considering the program? Someone perhaps with a, let's say, a similar job title, a similar background as yourself, if they're considering joining the program, what would you say to them?
I think they should like definitely try it out. At least I think you share like a lot of free information. So the first thing I if I just recall how I first met you online, I think some of your viral posts I commented like a lead magnet or something like that, and then I started following you, and then I realized you share so many valuable content for free. It's like those in itself would worth checking it out. And I would say, like, if it resonates with the people watching, I would highly recommend checking out your program, because I think it's designed very well for people like me, business owners or online coaches like me. So I think, yeah, I would definitely highly recommend it. I think that's the main message here. Yeah,
Ah,
without
nice, man.
bragging about it. This is my honest thoughts. Yeah,
Exactly. I didn't pay you for that advice.
yeah,
Pure honesty. No, that's amazing, man. I love to hear that. And indeed, we build it for people like you, like I would say solopreneurs, like solo business owners, people usually like the coaching/consulting space. Uh, and like I said before, like you're a fast mover, so I think you're a perfect fit for the program because you're like, okay, you know what to do, you take action, and yeah, the fact that you then close 3, 4 figure clients in like the first 3, 4 weeks is like absolutely amazing. So now it's like, okay, how can we expand and build on that momentum and just take it from there, get you to the
yeah,
next level?
yeah. Exactly. It's very, very exciting.
Awesome, man. So, I would say to wrap things up a little bit, what would you say are 3 words that would best describe like this program or working with me in that light?
Just three words.
Just 3 words.
Ooh. You mean like a phrase in 3 words or just three separate words?
Just just the 3 separate words, correct?
Ah, okay, okay.
That come
So
to mind.
I would say something like, yeah, I think like a blueprint or the framework. So like that's one thing. Let's pick the blueprint. So it's like a
Gotcha.
step by step guide. Do this, do that kind of guide. So blueprint. I would also say personalized, because either though the program is I would say generic, it's not meant for me specifically, but then I could ask my specific questions and ask for very specific advice. So that's also very good. And one thing that also came to my mind is, when I was like too busy or got distracted with other things, too many things happening in your life, you got distracted, and then I got distracted, and then you message me like, "Hey, Laszlo, how's it going?" So I would say like, what's the English word? Like authority or
Accountability.
accountability. Oh yeah, sorry, thank you. So like accountability, I think that's also a big one. And when I saw other people on the community, they are sharing their wins, they are interacting with each other, I felt like, oh my god, I miss this. Like I need to come back to the game. So I think those would be the three words I would mention.
Amazing, man. So blueprint, personalized, and accountability.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. I really love to hear that, and that's cool. I'll keep that in mind. And would you say there's something else you want to like share about the program so far? Anything else working about me? Perhaps some general pointers. Anything we've missed so far?
Not really. Maybe what I haven't shared yet is that you also shared, at least where I'm at the program, there are two GPTs I've seen started using, which was built by you and your team, and those are also like really really good. And after that, I also started building my own GPTs, which is also very an interesting thing to experiment with. I built some earlier, but they were like very very vague, not so specific. So when you have like a exact problem, it's easier to build one for those problems. And those were also very 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 helpful. So yeah, that's just something that we haven't discussed. So I thought I would add.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. Like, yeah, it's one of my goals always to put more leverage in your hands in
Yeah,
terms of like the GPTs, etc. Like, okay, how can I help you increase your output?
yeah, those are very 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 good.
And we're living in a fascinating time, right? Like GPT-5 just got released, and it's pretty damn good. And especially when we build the right GPTs for your business, it can have such a massive. It has such a massive impact.
Yeah, exactly, that's true.
Cool, man. Well, very happy to hear that you're on the right track. Very pleased to hear some of the like the insights, the feedback you're giving me. So super grateful for our partnership so far, and I'm super stoked to see where we can help you get in the next over the next few months.
Yeah, thank you too, Jesse. I'm very glad that I joined your program, and thanks for all the help.
Awesome, man. Let's keep pushing.
Yeah, let's go.